Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe and like. Our series begins with our heroine, Mimi, who goes with her friend Yuna to the temple. There, Yuna stays completely distracted, holding her phone and watching her favorite idol group, Like. She keeps shouting for them and feels bored shouting alone, since no one is cheering with her. So she tells Mimi, "Come watch the video with me. Let's scream together. You'll like the group." But Mimi is mature and refuses, saying she hates idols and thinks they're useless. She says if they weren't good-looking, they wouldn't be famous, meaning their entire success and popularity comes from their looks. And you can clearly tell Mimi is mentally scarred and hates men, especially handsome ones. She hates anyone attractive. Why? That's just how she is. You're expecting a reason? She simply has one, without needing an explanation. Yuna tries to convince her, just get to know the group. Maybe you'll like them. But Mimi says no, and that she already hates all that type. Yuna mocks her, saying, "Stay like that. You'll live miserable and die miserable." This sentence hits Mimi hard, reminding her of something from her past that changed her life 180 degrees. Mimi used to be a beautiful girl with high self-confidence. In high school, she liked a boy. Unfortunately for her, he was the most handsome guy in school. All the girls fought over him. He had so many admirers, it wasn't even funny. Even so, she gathered her courage, wrote him a confession letter, and delivered it to him herself. She waited excitedly for his response, imagining her romantic dreams, until she was shocked to find out he had leaked her love letter in the class group chat. Everyone mocked her, calling her desperate and shameless. How dare she like the hottest guy in school, they said. From that moment, she hated love, especially men. She even hated going to school because of all the bullying she received. She became traumatized, hating all men, and envying anyone good-looking. But Yuna tells her, if you get to know this group, you'll love them. They'll change your view of men completely, especially their leader, Kota. He's so sweet, helpful, adorable, perfect, literally flawless. Mimi replies, "I don't want to know anyone. Thank you, that's enough. I don't want to taste love again. After what I went through, my heart melted from pain." Then she goes to pray, "Oh Lord, money, money, money. I don't want love anymore." Then she remembers health, and a big house, cars, palaces. No more love. Finally, she prays against the jerk she loved 5 years ago. Please let all his hair fall out so he becomes a bald egg. Let him suffer so he never hurts another girl. After she finishes, she goes to work. We learn she works in a small restaurant as a sous chef. One day, while cleaning a table, she sees the group like on TV. They introduce themselves, and the leader Kota says his name. She sees how bright and kind he looks, genuinely sweet, confident, with ambition. He says their dream is to perform at Japan's biggest music festival, become the #1 trend, and gain many fans. When the host asks about their biggest wish, Kota says he hopes to spread happiness everywhere so no one will feel sad or hurt. Mimi gets goosebumps. Is it even possible for someone to be that kind? No way. He's probably joking. In reality, he's secretly a psycho, a bully, a horrible guy. But before she can finish her sentence, she's shocked to see Kota walk into the restaurant. He looks even better in real life, 100 times better than on TV. She can't believe it. Is that actually him? When she looks closely, it really is him. She tries to run away before he bullies her or hurts her feelings, but the chef orders her to go take Kota's order and bring him water. When she stands beside him, she's stunned by his beauty, his skin, his face, everything. There's no flaw on him. But then she tells herself, maybe he's beautiful on the outside like the moon, but inside he could hurt me. No, I won't get close. She decides to treat him strictly. She asks him what he wants to eat. He says pizza. She goes to get it, but remembers how much Yuna loves Kota, so she decides to surprise her by getting his autograph. But Kota misunderstands and thinks Mimi is his fan. He signs it and feels obligated to repay her for liking him, so he suddenly hugs her. Mimi freezes. She's not used to men. She's always hated them and stayed away her whole life. And suddenly, a handsome guy is being sweet to her and hugging her. She panics, gets angry, and snaps at him. "What are you doing? I'm not one of your fans. I took the autograph for my friend Yuna." Kota replies, "From today, I'll do anything to make you like me." Mimi says, "Trust me, you'll never succeed. You'll never win my heart. I hate men with a burning passion." And she unloads all her trauma on him. Even though he did nothing wrong, he ends up crying silently because of how harsh she is. When Mimi goes home, she calls Yuna and tells her she met Kota. Yuna asks asks what she did, but Mimi gets nervous, afraid to confess she messed up, that he hugged her, she yelled at him, made him cry, and now the whole universe is against her. So she ends the call. "I'll tell you later, or you'll kill me," she writes in her diary, reminding herself all men are cheaters, no man deserves her heart, and she must avoid Kota at all costs before she falls for him, because she did kind of like him today. What she doesn't know is that the next day, Kota decides to visit the restaurant again. He stays with her and comforts her, just to help her and make her fall for him. The first thing he does is introduce her to the group, giving her albums, photos, magazines, hoping she'll get interested. He even invites her to a concert and gives her a VIP ticket with a gift meal. But she reacts with disgust, saying, "None of this works on me. Take back the food. I don't want to see your face again." Kota says, "What more can I do? You really don't feel bored or lonely. You only know Yuna in your life." She says she feels nothing and wants to work hard, earn money, buy an apartment and a car, and become independent. He tells her, "Fine, I'll do my part. I'll visit you every day and make you feel better, little by little, until you get tired and fall in love with me." Over time, she starts getting used to him. She notices he really is kind, always helping everyone. One day, she sees him in an interview with the famous actress Yumika and thinks they might be dating or something, but she doesn't care much. Another day, while Kota is helping at the restaurant, two men come in. One recognizes him and starts mocking him harshly. Mimi expects Kota to fight back or use his fame to destroy the guy's life, but instead, Kota apologizes and says he'll try to improve himself so the man will like him. Mimi realizes how strong he is, someone who can rise above negative comments. But what she doesn't know is that after that man leaves, Kota steps outside and starts crying. He tells her that all those words really hurt him, but he has to hide it because he's the leader. If his group notices anything wrong with him, they'll get affected too, and that will impact their whole career. He also tells her that, deep down, he wishes the whole world could be kind, and that everyone would treat each other nicely. Everyone should have watched Space Tune when they were kids, he says. Then he leaves. Suddenly, Mimi starts to admire him a little, but she tells herself, "Wake up! He's a famous idol with so many fans and beautiful girls around him. He would never like you." She says that from now on, she has nothing to do with him. No reading negative comments. No watching anything about him. Nothing. But she's shocked when she finds out that Kota ordered food and specifically requested her to deliver it. She gets annoyed and tells herself she'll treat it just like a food delivery and leave immediately. But she freezes when she sees him suddenly appear in front of her, showing off his muscles. She gets so shocked, she drops the food on the ground. He takes advantage of the situation and tells her she has to come inside and cook lunch for them since she ruined their meal. He starts teasing her and getting close, making her even more nervous. But when he notices how tense she is, he tells her that he recently acted in a romantic drama and was just practicing. "I was only practicing. Don't misunderstand and think I'm into you or trying to flirt." She gets annoyed, but pretends she's unbothered. Kota keeps talking to her, trying to make her feel comfortable until she finishes cooking. He asks her about her family. She tells him she's alone. Her mother passed away, her father left the country, and she lives by herself. She asks about his family, and he tells her they also live abroad. He shows her pictures, and she notices one of him with a cute-looking girl. They seem close, so she asks who she is. He says, "She's my best friend," but doesn't give any more details. Mimi starts assuming that he's actually dating that girl and is only hiding it to avoid scandals that could affect his group. But Kota reassures her that they're not dating at all and that he can't date anyone because he doesn't want to upset his fans. She tells him, "But it's your life. You have the right to love someone." He replies, "Yes, it's my life, but I don't like upsetting anyone. I'll always love my fans and do what makes them happy." He adds, "I have to keep every fan smiling and feeling loved." She asks, "Even if they treat you badly and write negative comments?" He says, "Yes, I'll endure it. I've always done that." She begins to feel sympathy for him. She realizes his job isn't easy at all. He's not just a handsome guy with a simple life. His life is full of pressure, hate comments, and people attacking him for no reason, even though they've never met him. They only see a handsome face on a screen and think they know him. She also can't deny that she used to be just like them, judging idols, hating them because they were attractive. Now she feels guilty and decides she won't judge anyone again without knowing them. After she finishes the cooking, she leaves. On her way back, she suddenly sees the same bully she confessed to in high school, standing with some of their old classmates. The moment they see her, they start mocking her. "Hey, isn't that the girl who confessed to you in high school and got rejected? The one with no dignity? Look at her now. Thank God you refused her. Even my shoe looks better than her face." Hearing this, Mimi remembers all the bullying she went through. Her eyes fill with tears because she still feels weak, unable to defend herself. She hasn't improved her life or her looks. She dropped out of school. She's working at a small restaurant. She feels like like nothing has changed, but suddenly, Kota comes running toward her, pulls her into a hug, and tells them she's his girlfriend. He scolds the bully. "How dare you talk to her like that? You think she has no one to protect her?" The bully gets shocked and says, "You're dating him! How did you even get him? How did he settle for someone like you?" Her eyes fill with tears again, but this time, Kota defends her. "She didn't get me. I fell in love with her at first sight. I even ran after her." Mimi is stunned. No one has ever defended her before, and definitely not a famous idol who happens to be her crush. But before she can even be happy, people recognize Kota. Everyone pulls out their phones to record and spread rumors. Kota quickly grabs Mimi and runs to escape before anyone can take pictures and hurt her. She finally asks him, "Why did you do that?" She has a tiny bit of hope that he might say he likes her, even by accident, but he crushes her hopes. He says he would have done the same for any girl because he sees her like a sister and never wants her to cry. He tells her the bully isn't worth a single tear and asks how she even liked someone as ugly as that bald-headed guy. He adds, "Don't be sad. One day you'll meet a good guy who'll love you for who you are and see you as beautiful because you already are." Without any effort, she's deeply affected by his words, and Mimi starts thinking that maybe she really is one of his fans, especially since he has so many albums, photos, and every time his new movie comes out, he sends it to her immediately without her needing to go to the cinema. He shares everything with her step by step. Over time, she sadly becomes sure of her feelings and realizes she really loves Kota, but she has no idea what to do. Should she write him a letter and confess? What if he laughs at her or bullies her like their classmates do? She decides she will never confess her love again because she doesn't want to ruin their friendship and end up alone and rejected, especially since he told her he would never date anyone so he wouldn't upset his fans. At the same time, Kota gathers the like team and updates them on their latest achievements, that their last song is trending, and soon they'll finally achieve their dream of performing at the biggest festival in Japan. Their YouTube channel is also close to hitting 3 million subscribers, just like us, dear viewers. They're about to become one of the biggest groups with fans everywhere, so don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. During the meeting, everyone thanks Kota because he's the leader and the one carrying the responsibility. In the middle of it, Kota's manager calls, telling him the group has been officially accepted to perform at the festival soon and that they'll receive final approval. Their song has also been nominated for several awards, and their new album is blowing up everywhere. They'll even release a new track soon. Kota is thrilled and tells them this is just the beginning. Their fame will rise even more, along with their money and fans. One of the actresses who worked with Kota appears on TV and talks about him, saying he's genuinely sweet and kind, the type of person who could heal wounds, and anyone who deals with him falls in love at first sight. Mimi watches the interview. Her admiration grows, but she feels frustrated because he's been busy lately and no longer comes to the restaurant to check on her or tease her like before. As if he sensed it, Kota calls her and asks her to deliver an order to him. When she arrives at the company, she's shocked by the number of fans waiting just to take pictures with him. She becomes nervous and doesn't know what to do, but the security guard feels sorry for her and takes her up to the elevator, telling her which floor Kota's apartment is on. In the elevator, she runs into Yumiko, the actress who works with Kota, and is shocked since it's her first time seeing her in real life. Yumiko tells her she's very beautiful and that surely Kota must have fallen for her, while Mimi thinks, "Who am I to be compared to you? Kota won't leave all this beauty and look at me. I'm just a regular girl. What value do I even have?" When she arrives, she finds Kota has been waiting for a while and tells her they're all starving. She notices many photos spread around him. When she asks, he explains these are the outfits he needs to choose from for the festival. She tells him she really likes one of the suits, and he says he'll wear it. She becomes incredibly happy that he'll choose what she liked. Then, her attention is drawn to Sam, one of Kota's group members. She tells Sam that his clothes look really nice and that he looks handsome, asking what he uses for his beautiful hair. Kota asks whether she likes him, and she replies, "Yeah, he's really cool, honestly." Kota gets jealous, but tries to hide it. While they're talking, the like members join them and see them together. They all start complimenting Mimi, saying she looks cute and gentle, and that they all love her like a sister. They even ask her to choose their festival outfits because her taste is so good. They tell her they've heard Kota talk about her a lot, that her cooking is great, and that she's very sweet, the best girl he's met. They all introduce themselves to her, and Mimi feels like she's fallen into a honey jar, surrounded by handsome boys asking for her opinion and flirting with her. This is something she never imagined. She had only wished for one boy to love her, and now she finds herself with 6 of them, each more attractive than the other. But Kota feels jealous and says, "Guys, leave her. She already picked my outfit. Everyone choose your own. She's one of my fans, not yours." He starts getting closer to her, making her nervous. She panics panics and accidentally drops what she was carrying, including her diary. Sam notices her diary on the floor, picks it up, and curiosity takes over when he sees she wrote about loving Kota, but not having enough confidence to confess because she thinks she's not pretty and has no chance with someone like him. He feels pity for her. Meanwhile, Kota tells her he has a magazine photo shoot and asks her to come support him. She becomes excited and tries to hint at her feelings for him, but when she arrives, she sees him sitting with Yumiko, the two of them talking deeply and looking adorable together, almost like a couple. Mimi feels discouraged, thinking she has no chance, so she leaves upset. Sam follows her and returns the diary, telling her he found it on the ground and opened it. She panics, especially when he directly asks whether she really loves Kota. Shocked that he read it, she gets angry, avoids the question, and scolds him for reading it without permission. He tells her that if she loves Kota, she should confess instead of running away. She shouldn't make the same mistake he did years ago. She's shocked and asks how he knows. He says he read the rest of the diary and learned about the boy who hurt her in high school. He tells her not to be upset. The problem wasn't her, it was the other guy. He was a bully, an idiot, and she shouldn't close her heart because of one failed experience. While they're talking, Yumiko arrives and greets Sam, telling him she finished shooting with Kota. When she sees Mimi standing there, she asks who she is. Sam says Mimi is Kota's assistant. She always brings him food. Yumiko thanks Mimi for taking care of Kota. Mimi feels shy because Yumiko is so beautiful and kind. Sam notices and jokingly hugs Mimi, saying she's also one of his fans and that he loves her too. Mimi pushes him away in disgust. She tells him to stay away from her, and she's surprised that she didn't get nervous or feel her heart race when Sam touched her, because when he did that before, she would have freaked out, panicked, and everything would go wrong. But the surprise is that everything happening now made Yumiko very small because she's actually one of Sam's fans and wants to date him. That's why she asks Mimi if they can be friends so she can keep an eye on her. She greets her and holds her hand tightly, which scares Mimi. She thinks Yumiko is acting like that because she's jealous about Kota, not knowing that Yumiko actually likes Sam. Meanwhile, Kota is being filmed and asked if he regrets anything in his life. He remembers a moment with a girlfriend of his, but he denies it and says he regrets nothing. Then he sends Mimi a message apologizing because he was busy with filming lately and couldn't contact her. He tells her he'll make it up to her and wants her to go out with him tomorrow, but they actually have to shoot the music video for their new song, so he asks her to come to the filming location and cheer for him there. She goes, and she notices one of the members is nervous and unable to act the scene properly. It looks like he's going to ruin everything, so they dress her in a schoolgirl uniform and make her act with him to help him relax. Thanks to her, he stops being nervous. They shoot the music video, and it turns out amazing. Everyone thanks Mimi and praises her acting, saying she has talent but doesn't know how to use it. She thinks she will only film with one person, but she is shocked when she finds out she has to film with the whole group. Each member tells her romantic sweet lines that feel like butterflies. She holds herself together so she doesn't fall for any of them until it's Kota's turn. The moment he speaks and says romantic words to her, she's stunned and faints from happiness. Everything was okay, except her. She couldn't handle it. The director panics and takes her to a room so she can change her clothes and rest. After making sure she's all right, he gives her a lot of gifts because she helped them finish filming. She gets excited and chooses the Kota-shaped figure, puts it in front of her, and gives him one that says, "No risk, no fun." Then she tries confessing her feelings to the figure, saying she loves him so much and hopes one day she can tell him the truth. She says she must stop running away from her feelings, but she's shocked when she finds Kota standing in front of her, nervous, and his face changed. He tells her he heard everything and knows she was joking, and that she loves him just like she loves the rest of the group. As a fan, nothing more. She doesn't respond, gets nervous, and runs away quickly, but she remembers Sam's words and realizes this is a chance she can't miss. He already knows how she feels anyway. She decides to tell him the truth, goes back, and confesses that she loves him and has real feelings for him, not like the others. She says, "They're all my brothers, but you're not a brother. You're the one I love. I can't see you as anything else. I admire you, and I want to be with you, and maybe one day you'll love me back too." He shocks her by apologizing and saying he has no feelings for her and can't be with her, especially right now. He decided he won't date anyone anymore, and all his love will be for his fans only. She asks him if she isn't his type, or not pretty, or if she did something wrong. He tells her the opposite, that she is a perfect girl, but he's the one with the problem. He says he has psychological trauma and isn't ready for a relationship, and he doesn't want to wrong her. After learning her feelings, he tells her they can't be friends anymore because he won't be able to act normal around her, and she will always feel uncomfortable. so it's better to cut ties completely. She's shocked and upset, but unlike last time, she doesn't lose confidence in herself. This time, she decides to step on her pride and not let him go. She will try again and again, because at the end of the day, he's not in a relationship, and honestly, he's amazing. Where would she ever find someone like him? A guy with manners, looks, and money. Her first step is telling herself she needs to change her appearance. She goes to the gym to build some muscles so he'll like her. But she's shocked when she hears girls talking badly about Kota and about his scandal. She's confused. What scandal? She opens Twitter and checks the trending topics and finds Kota trending. It turns out the trending topic is that he used to date a girl in high school and chased her until he made her fly. Now all the fans who used to love him hate him and insult him. There are pages made just to attack him and ruin his reputation. Even people on TV talk about him badly, saying looks aren't everything and you should fear cute people who smile because they hide ugly secrets. Mimi watches the show and gets angry because she's the only one who dealt with Kota closely and knows he's a really good person, inside and out. But she gets worried that this talk might affect him, make him isolate himself, get depressed, quit everything, and give up. Sam appears and tells her he has a surprise. When she asks what it is, he opens a box and pulls out Kota. He tells her he decided to stay with them until the scandal calms down, and they thought a lot, and they can't trust anyone else but her. He tells her to take care of him, joking that she's worth 100 men. She tells him he's begging, and she takes Kota home, puts him in her parents' room, and tells him she's only helping him because of the group, not because she likes him anymore. He reassures her that he won't stay long, won't bother her, and will listen to her. Meanwhile, at the company, chaos breaks out. Everyone is attacking Kota's group. They were so close to achieving their dream, performing at the biggest festival, but it gets cancelled. They also lose 500,000 followers in less than 24 hours. Everyone is stressed, especially Yomako, who is scared for Kota because she knows these things can affect his mental health. He's sensitive and kind. Mimi notices Kota is unwell and not himself. He tells her he feels like he has a fever. She checks and finds it's true. She immediately takes care of him, giving him medicine, staying up all night, putting cold towels on his forehead until he gets better. He takes the chance and asks her if she also started hating him because of the rumors. She tells him it's impossible for her to hate him because she's never seen anything but goodness from him. He's a very kind person. Why would she hate him? She's not that shallow. He tells her maybe he hides many things behind his nice personality, but he's not a bad person. He's just misunderstood. She tells him she doesn't care about any of that. She knows he's a good person who could never hurt anyone. He gets emotional and cries because she's the only one who believes him. He opens his heart and tells her the truth about the rumor. He tells her that long ago, he had a close friend named Ray. She was like a sister to him. She was the only one he talked to about everything, and she loved him and supported him because his parents were always traveling and he was alone. He reminds her of the picture she saw in his house. The girl in the picture was Ray. He says everything between them was okay, until one day he found out she liked him. He didn't know how to react because he had become an idol, and dating would bring scandals, and the group was still new. There was no room for trouble or rumors. Even though he had feelings for her too, he suppressed them, he buried them, and chose to run away from his feelings and distance himself from her completely. Whenever she messaged him, he never replied. Even though deep inside he wanted to talk to her, he thought staying away was the best way so neither of them would get attached, and to protect her, because he knew fans could hurt her. Eventually, she lost hope and stopped messaging. One day, he received devastating news. She died in a car accident on her way back from school. He fell into depression and felt huge guilt because he had ignored her messages and stayed away. When he finally opened their chat, he found her messages. She had always been supporting him, telling him she loved him, that she wouldn't cause trouble or spread rumors, and she would love him from afar as long as he was okay. His guilt grew even more because he realized he had wronged her. He lost the person who loved him the most, the one who cared about him without wanting anything in return. Since then, he became traumatized by the idea of love, relationships, and even close friendships. He doesn't want to lose anyone again the way he lost his friend. Because of that, he decided he wouldn't run away from Mimi anymore. He would face her and tell her that he wasn't ready for a relationship. Yes, she would be upset for a while, but eventually she would forget him. Mimi felt relieved when she learned he rejected her because of his emotional trauma, not because of her looks or any of the silly ideas she had imagined. She decided to comfort him and stayed beside him until his health improved. She told him she had thought about his words all night, and she realized he had wronged himself and her too. His girlfriend died in an accident, and he had no fault in it. She had only loved him from afar and supported from a distance. Yes, he made a mistake by not replying to her messages, but he could never have known her her fate would end like that. It was destiny. He shouldn't blame himself or punish himself forever for something he had no control over. Her words made him feel a little better, but when he opened his phone, he was shocked to find that a website had posted news that the group was going to disband. People were demanding that Kota be kicked out, otherwise they would boycott the whole group. Kota quickly left Mimi's place and went to the company. A whole week passed, and he completely disappeared. No calls, no visits. He was drowning in thoughts, trying to figure out how to restore his image in front of people. The whole team was stressed, especially Yumeko, who was terrified for him because she knew something like this could destroy him again. So Yumeko went to Mimi's restaurant and asked her to help Kota and visit him. At first, Mimi panicked and got nervous and upset, but eventually, she gathered her courage and decided to do something that would make him happy. She cooked meals for him and sent them along with sweet, encouraging messages every day. Then she went to cheer for the group among the fans. Her words touched the girls' hearts, and they began to calm down and support Kota again. They said they loved him, were waiting for him to return, and would remain loyal to him forever. Mimi spread positivity everywhere she went, telling people that the group was wonderful and deserved support. She cheered loudly, though because of her social anxiety, she wore a mask. People started talking about her loyalty, and it became a trending topic. It caused a huge stir, and many people were influenced by her and began asking about the truth, whether he was really responsible for the girl's death or not. Kota saw the video and was happy she was standing by him, but he still felt guilty. He decided to confess everything and released an official apology, telling everyone that if they would feel better by removing him from the group, he wouldn't mind. But the whole team stood by him. They told him they would never abandon him and could never feel at peace while he was away. Their manager brought them boxes full of letters, messages of support and encouragement. Mimi also took Yuna and went to the company, shouting his name. When Kota appeared, he was extremely happy. He told them he would reveal the truth soon and return stronger than ever. Mimi gathered her courage, removed her mask, cried, and told him he wasn't alone. She would always stand beside him, loving him, just like the fans who were waiting for him. Everyone was touched and cheered his name. Even he was moved and wished he could run to her and hug her, but he couldn't. On their way to the festival, Sue pulled out an envelope and told him he had passed by Ray's house and found a letter addressed to Kota. Kota opened it and found that Ray wrote she no longer loved him in a romantic way. It was just attachment because they grew up together. Now she was thinking about being with someone else, and she wished him happiness with another girl. Kota finally felt relieved. He confirmed he wasn't the reason for her death, nor was she upset with him. She wished him well and had forgiven him long ago. He felt very happy, even more when he saw all the screens outside showing his photos and videos, with people supporting him. Everyone was cheering for him, and it was all because of Mimi, who started the trend and revealed the truth. Kota sent her messages asking to meet. He took her to Ray's grave, introduced her, showed her the letter, and told her he would finally stop blaming himself. He had a chance now to love and be loved again. His words made Mimi so happy. She told him she would support him forever, even if he rejected her. She would always remain one of his fans and stand by him in anything. After she left, Kota made a press statement. He told the full truth and showed Ray's letter before she died. People sympathized with him again. His popularity rose even more, and instead of losing 500,000 followers, he gained 3 million. The festival took place on time. All screens showed their performance, and everyone watched. They got a huge number of views, and all the albums sold out. He reached the peak he had dreamed of. Mimi, delivering food one day, saw the concert announcement and was happy for his success, but sad inside, feeling he would become distant, like a star in the sky. She decided to delete his number and keep supporting him quietly from far away. It was a very hard step for her. She went to the temple to pray for him. Suddenly, Kota came running after her and told her he would never run away again. He realized he loved her and couldn't stay away from her. They couldn't be in a relationship right away, but at the first chance he had to announce he was dating, he would choose her and tell everyone he loved her. He thanked her for standing by him all this time. He told her the group had disbanded and everything had fallen apart, but he would never leave her. He confessed his love for her, and she was overjoyed. She told him she would wait for the right time. Maybe not now, maybe later, even if it takes years. And with that, our story ends here. Please like and subscribe. See you in the next drama. Goodbye.